The Gold follows the extraordinary true story of the 6 armed robbers breaking into Brink's-Mat Security Depot in the 1980s, where they inadvertently stumbled across gold bullion worth £26 million. Hugh Bonneville is portraying Brian Boyce in the 6-part BBC series, who spearheaded the investigation into the robbery. The actor spoke exclusively with Express.co.uk and other media about the moment the detective chief superintendent lost his temper during the operation. The disposal of the bullion provided the dirty money which helped fuel the London Docklands property boom, and it caused the birth of large-scale international money laundering. It shaped the world of crime, united blue and white-collar criminals, and left controversy and murder in its wake. The Gold was inspired by extensive research and interviews with some of those involved in the crime. Brian is one of the main characters in the series, as he and the flying squad try to track down the robbers. Death in Paradise's Marlon Price killed off as Star Address's future Hugh, who had lunch with the real-life Brian, told Express.co.uk and other media. Brian was very interesting, particularly about his earlier career, as he grew up in North London. He and his mum hid under the kitchen table when there were bombs, and his father hammered into him, and dictated to him the sense of right and wrong. That was always through and through, I think. Hugh continued, in later life, he was actually investigating his own people, as he wanted to be a straight police officer. Hugh explained there was a crossover between the Met Police and Kent Police during the investigation, which caused Brian to allegedly lose his temper. The Downton Abbey star said, "The one detail I asked him about was his temper, and did he ever say, 'Shut it'? But the one time he sort of lost his temper was when there was a rule where he never talked to Kent Police." Hugh said the rule was to keep the forces separate, but there was a crossover as the robbers had connections to Kent. Hotel Portofino episode count on ITV. Latest: forget Downton, it's time to check in at Hotel Portofino. Update: Homeland's Claire Danes expecting third child with husband Hugh Dancy. Insight: reflecting on the investigation Brian headed, Hugh said, "There's this suspicion of masonry and the interlocking of all these different worlds. Being away from any sort of normal police environment is very important to the boys in this investigation and all the other investigations they were on." The bullion was the property of Johnson Matthey Bankers Limited, which used the Brink's-Mat warehouse to transfer its valuable cargo overseas or between banks. The gold it stored on the day of the robbery was due to be shipped to Hong Kong. A media frenzy was sparked when news of the robbery got out, especially when a £2 million reward was offered for information leading to the gold's return. Eventually, Brian Robinson and Mickey McAvoy were found guilty and sentenced to 25 years, without parole. However, the majority of the gold has never been recovered, and several shootings have been linked to the case. The Gold is available to watch on BBC iPlayer,